One of the applications of human software engineering that I'm quite fond of is helping people to resolve the fear of rejection. And this is a fear that is so commonplace that it's pretty much ubiquitous. I mean, everybody has this. And the reason people have this, and the reason it's so problematic, is that when we're little, we all get told no a lot. You know what I'm talking about. We all get told no. And sometimes those no's are very aggressive and very painful, and actually a little bit traumatic. And so there's an element to the no experience that feels like a kind of knot or ball of energy inside that just is painful. And we really don't want to go there. We don't like to experience that. We don't like to feel that pain. This is because when we're little, we all get emotionally overwhelmed, and we all develop a resistance to allowing ourselves to feel things fully because we're afraid of being overwhelmed by it. So we get deeply conditioned to go away from it and do the opposite. You know, so I'm not going there. So this means, because everybody's got a file folder filled with these painful no experiences that they're carrying around inside of them, any opportunity for somebody to tell you no is an opportunity for somebody to reach inside of you and push on that tender, painful no experience inside, and you don't want to go there. So any circumstance that could lead to that possibility of being told no, you're going to avoid it. And this is why people who do sales have a problem with the fear of rejection, because when you're going to sell something, it's a setup to be told no, because a lot of people are going to say no, not because they're rejecting you, just because the opportunity you're presenting them or the product or service that you're offering isn't what they need. And so they say no, but we take it personally. Why do we take it personally? We take it personally because it's personal to us. That no pain that we have stored inside of it is very personal. And so any kind of no, even though it's not about us, it still touches that inner, tender, painful place, and we don't want to go there. So this is an extremely common problem. It's a problem not only in sales, it's a problem in relationships. I mean, somebody wants to ask somebody out on a date, and they're hesitant, and they don't do it because they're afraid the person's going to say no. They don't want to feel that old painful no experience. But the fear of rejection has another component to it, too. It has this sort of traumatic, painful, internal element. But it also has another aspect to the quantum energy, and that is the projection of the possibility onto the future that somebody can tell us no again. And we don't want that to happen. So there's two parts. There's the internal traumatic energy, and we use the core technique to resolve this. And there's also the projection of the possibility of the negative outcome onto the future, the possibility that somebody could tell us no again, and either cause us to have to feel that painful no, or layer another painful no in on top of the rest of them, put another entry into the file folder, and we don't want that. So that energy is a kind of cloud or aura of energy that radiates out from the body and just sort of engulfs us. It's a kind of anxiety, like a, ooh, it might happen. And so, again, any circumstance that has the possibility of leading to that, the person's going to avoid that like the plague. So with human software engineering, fortunately, we have these wonderful debugging tools of the core and the C technique, and so we can resolve the painful traumatic energy, we can resolve the huge radiant cloud of energy, which is this projection of the possibility that it could happen again. And when those are completely resolved, we think about the possibility, or you get in a circumstance where somebody could tell you no, and when they say no, there's nothing painful inside for it to push the button of, and so it's like, so what? It doesn't matter. It's really cool.